A human enters a crashed alien ship and finds a princess dying inside. His touch awakens her and unleashes a light no one has ever seen. Alien soldiers arrive and think the human is the enemy. Their bond changes her fate and triggers a war he never wanted. The night on the distant moon was quiet. Too quiet. The sky above the research base was dark, filled with slow-moving clouds of silver dust. Dr. Aaron Wells sat alone at his workstation, checking energy readings from underground tunnels. It was supposed to be a normal night, calm and peaceful. But peace never lasts long in deep space. A sudden explosion shook the ground. The base lights flickered. Aaron jumped from his chair and ran to the window. A fireball cut across the sky, trailing sparks like falling stars. Something was crashing fast. Within seconds, the object slammed into the rocky valley near the base. The shockwave hit the building, rattling every metal wall. Aaron's heart pounded. A ship out here, he whispered. He grabbed his suit, helmet, and emergency medical kit. He was the only human stationed within 50 kilometers. If there were survivors, they needed help now. Outside, the air was cold and dry. Aaron ran across the rough ground, following a long trail of burning debris. As he got closer, he saw it clearly: a massive alien starship split open like a cracked egg. Strange blue flames flickered along its broken wings. Silver smoke poured into the air. Aaron had seen alien technology before, but never anything like this. The ship looked alive. Its metal skin pulsed with faint light, as if breathing. He stepped through the shattered doorway. Inside, the air felt heavy, almost thick, like something unseen was pushing against him. Glowing symbols were carved into every surface, symbols that shifted slowly, like they were reacting to his presence. A strange whisper echoed through the air. Aaron froze. Just my imagination, he told himself. He moved deeper into the wreck and suddenly stopped. There, lying on the ground, was a young alien woman. Her skin was pale silver, glowing softly like moonlight. Her hair floated around her head as if weightless. She was breathing, but only barely. She looked fragile, as if even a small touch could break her. Aaron knelt beside her. "Hey, can you hear me?" he said softly. She didn't respond. Near her, two tall alien guards lay motionless. Their armor was cracked. Their weapons were cold. Aaron checked for life signs. Nothing. They were gone. The princess he didn't know she was a princess yet let out a weak, trembling breath. Her chest barely moved. Her glow flickered like a dying candle. Aaron opened his medical kit quickly. A scanner beeped. Vital signs failing, it warned. He tried a stabilizer injection. It didn't work. He tried oxygen support. Nothing. Her body wasn't responding to human medicine. "Come on, stay with me," Aaron whispered. Suddenly, a deep hum filled the room. The walls lit up. A hidden panel rose from the floor, projecting a bright, spinning hologram above the girl's body. Aaron stepped back, in shock. Alien text flashed across the hologram, rearranging itself until it formed simple English words. Only human contact can restore her life. Aaron's breath caught. Human contact. What did that even mean? Was he supposed to touch her? Could it hurt her? Could it hurt him? He looked at her again. Her glow was dimming fast. Her fingers twitched weakly. Her lips were slightly open, trying to breathe. "A human touch," he whispered. That can't be right. His hands shook. He had never touched an alien like this. What if their biology reacted violently? What if he made things worse? He heard a distant sound outside, deep engines roaring. He rushed to the broken doorway and looked up at the sky. Alien rescue ships, dozens of them. If they arrived and saw him touching their injured royal, they might think he attacked her. They might kill him on sight. He had seconds to decide. He turned back to her. Her eyes were closed. Then, slowly, barely, they opened. Two bright blue eyes stared at him. They were filled with pain and fear, and something else, a silent plea, as if she was crying without a voice. "Help me, please." Aaron felt his chest tighten. He couldn't walk away. He couldn't let her die not like this, alone in a broken ship. He took a deep breath. Okay. If my touch can save you, I'll do it." Slowly, with trembling hands, he reached toward her. The closer he got, the warmer the air felt, like heat rising from her skin. 1 inch away, half an inch. His fingers brushed her hand. A blinding flash exploded across the chamber. Light burst out from her body, filling every corner of the ship with a powerful white glow. The walls shook. Symbols reacted. A wave of warm energy surged through Aaron, pushing him back, but not hurting him. The alien woman gasped loudly, her glow flaring bright and strong. And then a loud metallic thud echoed behind him. Aaron turned. Standing in the broken doorway were alien soldiers, armed, armored, and furious. Their eyes widened at the sight before them. A human touching their dying princess. Their weapons rose instantly. The leader shouted, "Step away from her, now." And that was the moment Aaron realized he might have just saved her life. But now, his own life was hanging by a thread. The air inside the broken starship turned sharp and cold as the alien soldiers aimed their glowing weapons at Aaron. The bright light from the princess's revival still shimmered around them like dust made of stars. Aaron raised his hands slowly, his heart hammered in his chest. I'm not hurting her," he said quietly. The soldiers did not lower their weapons. Their armor glowed with dangerous energy, ready to fire at any second. Their leader, a tall figure with burning silver eyes, stepped forward. His voice cut through the air like a blade. "You stand over our dying princess," he growled. "And you dare to touch her, princess?" Aaron froze. The fragile girl he had tried to save was royalty. Behind the soldiers, another ship landed, larger and more decorated. The ground shook under its weight. A group of elite guards surrounded the crash site, forming a ring around Aaron and the princess. He felt trapped like an animal cornered by predators. But the worst part was not the weapons. 'Twas the look on their faces. Fear, anger, confusion, and something else. Something darker. A belief that he, this lone human scientist, might have done something unforgivable. Aaron slowly stepped back, but the soldiers moved instantly, blocking every escape. Suddenly, the princess stirred. Her fingers twitched. Her eyes opened just a little, glowing brighter than before. The energy from Aaron's touch was still flowing through her body. One soldier shouted, "Look! Her light is rising." Another gasped, "Impossible." She was minutes from death. The leader's eyes narrowed. He scanned Aaron from head to toe with a small device. The screen flashed bright red. Her life energy increased the moment he touched her. The leader reported. A heavy silence fell. Then, from the sky, a shadow descended. A tall, elegant alien woman stepped from the newly arrived ship. Her presence alone was powerful. Her long silver robes floated behind her like liquid metal. Her eyes glowed a deep royal blue. Every soldier immediately bowed. "Queen Aracia," they whispered. Aaron's blood ran cold. This was the queen mother of the princess he had just touched. She walked forward slowly, her expression carved from stone. She kneeled beside her daughter, touching her forehead gently. The princess responded with a soft breath. Her glow brightened, steady and strong. The queen's hands trembled. "My daughter, you live." She looked up sharply at Aaron. Her eyes were hard, cold, unreadable. "You, human." Her voice was calm, but heavy with power. "What did you do to her?" Aaron swallowed. "I tried to help her. Your ship projected a message saying only human contact could restore her life. So He hesitated. The Queen leaned closer. "So you touched her?" The silence that followed was suffocating. Aaron nodded. "Yes." A burst of whispers spread among the soldiers. Some shocked, some furious, some terrified. The Queen stood slowly, her eyes never leaving him. "For thousands of years," she said quietly, "our royal line has known only sickness and death when their light fades. No one has ever saved them. No creature has ever reversed the fading." She stepped toward Aaron. "And yet, you did." Aaron took a small step back. "I didn't mean any harm. I only reached out because she looked like she needed help." The Queen studied him closely, her gaze sharp enough to cut through lies. "She should not have survived that crash," a soldier muttered. "Her fading was almost complete," another said. "A human saving royal blood," someone whispered. "This changes everything." Aaron felt their eyes burning into him. He felt smaller than ever, standing in the ruins of a ship that wasn't his, surrounded by aliens who could kill him with a thought. But then, the princess moved. Her hand reached weakly toward Aaron. Every soldier gasped and raised their weapons again, but the Queen lifted one hand. "Do not fire." She turned back to the princess. "Child, speak, if you can." The princess opened her eyes. Her voice was soft, barely more than a whisper. "Protect him." The Queen froze. The soldiers murmured in disbelief. The princess struggled to lift her head, her gaze searching for Aaron. When her eyes found him, their faint glow brightened. "He saved me." A heavy silence swept over the room. The Queen looked at Aaron again, but this time, her eyes were different. Not angry, not suspicious, but uncertain. As if she was suddenly unsure who or what Aaron really was. The leader of the soldiers stepped forward. "My Queen, we must take her to the healing chamber." "But the human, we do not know if he is a threat." A soldier hissed, "He could be using forbidden technology." Another added, "He must be restrained enough." The Queen snapped. The room went silent instantly. She pointed at Aaron. "He comes with us." The soldiers stared at her in shock. "He is the reason she breathes," she continued. "Until we understand why, he will not be harmed." Two elite guards seized Aaron by the arms, not gently, but not cruelly either. They escorted him outside, surrounded by a full squad. As they walked toward the Queen's ship, Aaron saw alien scanners pointed at him, reading his body, his energy, his DNA. Every measurement confused them more. "Human energy pattern does not match any known type," a scientist whispered. "He shows no weapons, no implants, no sign of attack." "Then how did he heal her?" "We do not know." Aaron felt dizzy. He had no answers. When they reached the Queen's vessel, she paused at the doorway and looked back at him. "You saved my daughter," she said softly, "but understand this. Human if you are a danger to her, even by accident. I will end you myself." Aaron nodded weakly. "I understand." As the ship lifted off, the princess lay in a crystal chamber behind them. Her glow flickered softly, strongest whenever Aaron was near. And in the shadows of the ship, someone else was watching him. A tall alien general with cold, calculating eyes. He whispered to another officer, "This human is not a savior. He is a threat to the crown, and I will prove it." The seeds of danger were already growing. Aaron didn't know it yet, but saving the princess had made him the most important, the most hunted human in the galaxy. The Queen's ship glided through the silent darkness of space, leaving the broken crash site far behind. Inside, the atmosphere shifted from cold suspicion to a heavier, more controlled tension. Every alien soldier watched Aaron as if he were a ticking bomb. Aaron sat on a metal bench, hands bound by glowing cuffs, not painful, but impossible to break. Two elite guards stood beside him, their weapons pointed at the floor, but ready to rise at the smallest wrong movement. He tried to calm his racing heart. All he had wanted was to help someone dying. Now he was trapped inside an alien royal ship. Across the room, through a clear partition of shimmering energy, Princess Liari lay inside a healing chamber. Her body floated in a soft blue light. The crystal walls around her pulsed like a heartbeat. Aaron kept staring at her, worried. Each time her glow flickered, his chest tightened. A beeping sound came from a panel near the chamber. Alien doctors and scientists studied the readings with wide, confused eyes. One whispered, "Her life energy is stabilizing." Another added, "It only rises when the human is within 10 meters." The queen stood behind them, silent but tense. Her eyes darted between the readings and Aaron. "Why?" she murmured. "What connection exists between them?" No one answered, because no one understood. A secret meeting in the shadows while the queen and scientists focused on the princess. Another figure moved silently down a dim corridor. General Tarvan. His armor was darker than the others, marked with red lines that meant authority and danger. His face was sharp, carved with distrust. His mind was sharper. He slipped into a private chamber where a small group of high-ranking officers waited. Tarvan spoke in a low voice. "We must prepare for the worst. The human is not a healer. He is a threat." An officer frowned, but the Princess Tarvan cut him off. "The princess is young. Emotion can cloud her judgment." Another officer asked cautiously, "Do you believe the human caused the crash?" Tarvan's eyes narrowed. "I believe humans have always wanted our technology. Perhaps this one uses an unknown method. Perhaps he caused her fading, but the readings? I do not trust readings. I trust danger when I feel it." He leaned in. The queen protects him. The princess defends him, so we must move quietly. The officers exchanged nervous glances. "General, what are you planning?" Tarvan's voice became a whisper colder than space. "I will find the truth, even if it means breaking the queen's orders." Back in the healing chamber, Aaron watched the princess inside the crystal tube. The blue light around her dimmed, then brightened again. She looked peaceful now, asleep or unconscious. But the strange glow on her skin pulsed stronger whenever he came near. One of the alien scientists turned toward him. "You," the scientist said sharply. "Stand up." Two guards pulled Aaron to his feet. The scientist held a scanning device that hummed softly. He walked around Aaron in a slow circle, studying the readings. "Strange," he muttered. Aaron's voice was soft. "What's strange?" The scientist stared at him. "Your body carries an energy signature that should not exist in humans." Aaron blinked. "I don't understand." "Neither do we." The scientist typed rapidly on a glowing panel. "Your energy matches the resonance needed to stabilize royal blood. But humans are not compatible with our kind. Your biology should reject our energy, not support it." Aaron frowned. "Then why does it work?" The scientist stepped closer, eyes wide. "Because human. Something inside you is different." The words chilled Aaron. "Different? How? Why?" He looked at Princess Liari again. What if saving her had changed him somehow? What if touching her had done something to his body, his mind, his life? Or worse, what if something inside him had been waiting for this moment? Before he could ask more, the queen entered the chamber. Her presence silenced the scientists immediately. "Continue the scans," she ordered. "But do not harm him." She approached Aaron. Her expression was calm, but her eyes carried storms. "You saved my daughter," she said. "But you also created questions that even our oldest scholars cannot answer." "I didn't mean to create anything," Aaron replied quietly. "I just didn't want her to die." The queen studied him for a long moment. "Your touch restored her. Your presence strengthens her. Yet you do not know why." Aaron shook his head. The queen stepped closer. "When the time comes, human, you will tell me the truth. Every part of it." Her voice was gentle, but carried absolute power. Aaron nodded slowly. "If I learn anything, you will know it." For a moment, the Queen's expression softened just a little. Hush. Then an alarm blared. A sharp red light flashed across the chamber. The scientists panicked. Energy drop in the princess. Her pulse is unstable. She is fading again. Okay. Aaron turned instantly to the chamber. No, no, please. Princess Liari's glow flickered violently. Her breathing grew shallow. Her fingers curled weakly. The Queen shouted, "Medical team prepare, emergency protocol." But one scientist yelled back, "It won't work. Her energy rejects all support," except his eyes stopped on Aaron. The Queen instantly understood. "Release him," she commanded. The guards hesitated only 1 second before unlocking his glowing cuffs. "Aaron," the Queen said urgently, "go to her." He rushed forward without thinking. The moment he reached the chamber, her glow rose slightly. The scientist stared in awe. "It's happening again. He stabilizes her energy field. He is the source." Aaron placed his hand on the outer crystal layer. Inside, the princess's eyes opened weakly. She saw him and, her breathing steadied. "You saved me before." She whispered softly through the speaker grid. "Don't leave." Aaron felt something warm surge through him, a strange connection that wasn't human, wasn't alien, something deeper. "I'm here," he said gently. "I won't go." Her glow strengthened again. Stared at the two of them, shock and fear mixing in her eyes. "This bond," she whispered. "This should be impossible." Watching from the shadows, General Tarvan stood in the doorway, unseen by most. His face twisted into cold anger as he watched the princess revive in Aaron's presence. "The princess is binding to him," the general whispered to himself. "A forbidden bond. A dangerous bond." He turned to the officer beside him. "It is worse than I feared." The officer swallowed. "General, what will you do?" Tarvan's voice was a blade dipped in poison. We'll do what must be done." He pointed at Aaron. "That human must die. And no one, not even the Queen, will stop me." The officer stared in shock. "But General, killing him might kill the princess too." Tarvan smiled darkly. "Exactly." He stepped into the shadows, planning his next move. A move that would shake the entire royal empire and turn Aaron's world into a living nightmare. The royal ship drifted through space toward the capital planet. Outside, stars shimmered like cold fire. Inside, tension grew heavier with every passing minute. Princess Liari remained in her healing chamber, her soft glow rising and falling gently, always strongest when Aaron stood near. The alien scientists were no longer whispering their confusion. They were whispering fear. A bond between human and royal blood. This has never happened before. What if their energies mix permanently? What if this changes the fate of our entire species? Every word made Aaron feel more trapped. He didn't want power. He didn't want destiny. He only wanted the princess to survive. But fate doesn't ask permission. Queen Arasha stepped into the chamber, her long robes flowing like living silver. She looked at Aaron. "You strengthened her again," she said quietly. Aaron nodded. "She needs someone like me near her." "No," the Queen corrected. "She needs you." "Only you." Aaron didn't know how to respond. The Queen turned to the scientists. "Document everything. We must understand this bond." Aaron felt uneasy as they scanned him again, his hands, his eyes, his heart rate, even the energy field around him. One scientist shook his head. "This makes no sense. Humans do not produce this energy." Another replied, unless something awakened inside him." Aaron felt a chill crawl across his skin. Awakened? Before he could ask, a soft chime echoed through the ship. "We approach the capital," a soldier reported. Princess Liari stirred inside the chamber. Her eyes fluttered open, weak but bright. She saw Aaron and smiled faintly. "You came?" she whispered. Aaron stepped closer. "I won't leave you." Her hand lifted toward the glass, unable to touch him, but reaching anyway. The queen watched the moment with complicated eyes. Fear, hope, confusion, but the warm moment shattered when a violent alarm exploded across the room. Red lights flashed. Soldiers drew their weapons instantly. The ship shook violently as if hit by something massive. Aaron stumbled. What was that? A pilot's voice crackled through the speakers. The queen froze. Who dares attack the royal vessel? The answer came immediately. A chilling, booming voice broadcasted through the ship's communication system. Every soldier gasped. The queen's eyes widened in shock and fury. "Tarvan," she spat. "He dares betray his crown." The voice continued. "The human healer is a threat to our empire. So is the princess he is bonded with. Today, I remove both." Aaron's blood ran cold. Liari's glow dimmed with fear. Soldiers rushed to block the doors, but the ship shook again as internal explosions rocked the corridors. Tarvan had planted charges all over the ship. "He's trying to disable the engines." A soldier shouted, "He wants us trapped," another yelled. The queen clenched her fists. "He will not take my daughter." But Tarvan had planned everything perfectly. The lights flickered. The floor trembled. Smoke filled the ceiling vents. And then, everyone floated upward in sudden weightlessness. Aaron grabbed a railing to steady himself, pulling himself toward the healing chamber. Princess Liari floated weakly inside, frightened. The queen shouted, "Get us to the escape room." But before her guards could move, the doors blasted open with a deafening explosion. Smoke rushed in. Figures stepped through. Armored soldiers, but not loyal ones. Tarvan's personal elite unit. They aimed their weapons. "Stand down," the queen ordered. Their leader replied coldly. Aaron's heart pounded. They were here for him. Princess Liari felt the threat immediately. Her glow flared in panic. "Don't hurt him," she cried out weakly. The soldiers aimed their weapons at Aaron. He braced himself, helpless, but then everyone shielded their eyes. The princess floated out, glowing brighter than ever before. Her energy field pulsed in sync with Aaron's heartbeat. She reached for him, their hands touched, and the bond awakened fully. A shockwave of white light exploded from them both, throwing Tarvan's soldiers across the room. The queen stared in disbelief. One scientist whispered, trembling, "This is the royal bond, but amplified." Merged with a human, Liari collapsed weakly into Aaron's arms, breathing hard. "Please," she whispered, "don't let them take you." Aaron held her close, shocked by the sudden closeness and terrified by the danger closing in. The queen regained her voice. "Guards, protect them." But Tarvan's troops recovered quickly. The leader yelled, "Kill the human now, before the bond grows stronger." Aaron pushed Liari behind him, though he had no weapon, no armor, nothing but fear. A Quay shot fired. But a royal guard intercepted it, taking the blast to his chest. Chaos erupted. The queen grabbed Aaron's arm. "You must escape with her." Aaron shook his head desperately. "I can't leave you behind." "You must," she insisted. "If Tarvan captures you, the bond will corrupt. Liari's heart will stop." Aaron froze. Liari would die if he was taken. The queen yelled again, "Go, now." But escape would not be easy. Another explosion shook the ship. Sparks rained from the ceiling. General Tarvan himself finally entered the room, tall armored, his eyes burning with fury. He pointed his spear at Aaron. "Human," he thundered. You have brought disaster to our empire. Today, I finish this." Liari cried out, pushing herself between Aaron and the general. "No. If you kill him, Tarvan raised his weapon. Lyri's glow flickered in fear. Eren stepped in front of her, teeth clenched, refusing to move. Tarvan roared and struck, but the queen intercepted the blow, her own energy staff clashing against Tarvan's. "You dare strike your queen," she screamed. Their weapons clashed like thunder, sending sparks across the chamber. "Your rule is weak," Tarvan spat. "You let a human contaminate our sacred bloodline." "It is destiny," the queen shouted. "You blind fool, he is chosen by the light," Tarvan snarled. "I choose war." He kicked the queen aside and aimed at Eren again. Lyari screamed, reaching for Eren. Suddenly the entire ship A activated. A massive hologram appeared above them. A deep mechanical voice echoed, "Warning, Ancient Royal. Energy has awakened. The human is the key. The War of Shadows has begun." Everyone froze. Tarvan's eyes widened. What prophecy is this?" The queen stared at Eren in horror and awe. Eren felt cold all over. The key? War of Shadows. What did that mean? Before anyone could ask, the ship broke apart with a final explosion. Everything went dark. Eren felt Lyari's hand in his. He felt her energy mixing with his. He felt them falling together into the unknown. And in the darkness, he heard her whisper, "Eren, whatever happens next, I am with you." And the world vanished. If you enjoyed this story and want to see what happens next, then don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps me bring more HFY Sci-Fi, more epic twists, and more unique alien worlds to you every week. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Eren and Princess Lyari survive the explosion? Do you think General Tarvan is gone, or planning something darker? What mystery should be revealed next? Hit the bell icon so you never miss the next chapter of this story. Thank you for watching. More amazing HFY Sci-Fi stories coming soon.